Hello friends, welcome to a brand new adventure. One that starts with a single step into the heart of Iran. Imagine landing in Tehran, a city where ancient history and modern life collide on every street. The air is thick with stories and every corner seems to whisper secrets from centuries past, even as neon lights and bustling traffic remind you that this is a city racing toward the future. That was me, stepping into Tehran for the very first time with just a $50 bill in my pocket and a head full of dreams. It felt both thrilling and a little bit crazy. Could I really experience this city with so little? $50 to explore one of the world's most fascinating capitals. It's not much, but sometimes the best stories begin with the smallest budgets. Some people might see that as a challenge, a limitation, but for me, it was a doorway to something real and unforgettable. I saw it as an invitation to dive deep, to live like a local, and to discover the city's true spirit, one conversation, one meal, and one new friend at a time. My mission wasn't just to survive in Tehran on a shoestring, but to thrive. I wanted to stretch every dollar, to savor every moment, and to prove that adventure isn't about luxury. It's about curiosity and courage. Travel isn't about how much you spend, but how much you open your heart. The real treasures are the smiles you share, the stories you hear, and the memories you create along the way. No fancy hotels or expensive restaurants, just curiosity, a sense of wonder, and a desire to connect with the people who call this city home. The city's energy hit me the moment I left the airport. Laughter echoing through the streets, dazzling city lights, and the majestic Alborz mountains standing watch in the distance. It was overwhelming, but in the best possible way. I had no idea where I'd sleep or what I'd eat, but that was part of the adventure. The unknown was both terrifying and exhilarating, and I was ready to embrace it all. With my $50, a backpack, and a huge smile, I set out to find Tehran's hidden gems. Those places you won't find in any guidebook, but that stay with you forever. So I took a deep breath, hopped in a shared taxi, and plunged into the beautiful chaos of Tehran's streets, ready for whatever surprises the city had in store. My $50 bill felt like a golden ticket, not just to the sights, but to the soul of Tehran itself. Every rille would be a new story, a new connection. This journey was about genuine connection, not just saving money. So let's go explore together, because the real adventure is just beginning, and I can't wait to share every moment with you. Let's talk numbers. Budgeting is crucial when you're traveling on a tight budget, especially in a vibrant city like Tehran. With only $50, every cent matters. You have to be meticulous and plan ahead to make sure you can cover all your essentials. My plan, $20 for a hostel, $30 for everything else. It's all about prioritizing what's most important. $10 a night for a clean, friendly hostel, my home base. It's not just a place to sleep, but a hub for meeting new people. Hostels aren't just cheap. They're where you meet fellow travelers and get the best tips. The camaraderie and shared experiences are invaluable. $15 for food, about $5 a day. It's amazing how far you can stretch your money with local street food. In Tehran, that's a feast of street food, bakery bread, yogurt, and fruit. You get to taste the authentic flavors of the city. No fancy restaurants, just authentic eats on the go. It's a delicious and budget-friendly way to experience the local culture. $5 left for transportation and fun. It's not much, but it's enough to get around and enjoy some activities. Tehran's metro is super cheap, just a few cents per ride. It's an efficient way to explore the city without breaking the bank. The rest, maybe a park ticket, a museum, or a cup of tea at a local tea house. These small pleasures add richness to the travel experience. The key: research, flexibility, and a willingness to eat like a local. Being adaptable can lead to the most memorable experiences. My plan was ambitious, but I was ready. I knew it would be a challenge, but that's part of the adventure. The $50 challenge was on. It was time to see how far I could stretch my budget in this incredible city. It's not about how much you spend, but how creatively you explore. The true essence of travel lies in the experiences, not the expenses. In Tehran, a little money goes a long way if you're smart. Bargaining and finding local deals can make your money stretch further. Let's see how far it can take us. Join me on this budget adventure through the heart of Tehran. After some searching, I found my hostel, a cozy spot tucked on a quiet street. Greeted with a warm smile and a cup of tea, I felt instantly at home. My dorm bed, $10 a night, just as planned. The common room buzzed with travelers from around the world, sharing stories and tips. Hostels are more than a place to sleep. They're a global community. My dorm mates pointed me to the best cheap eats and hidden gems. Someone even drew me a map to a legendary noodle soup spot for under $1. That night, I lay in my bunk, grateful for this welcoming, budget-friendly home. I wasn't just a tourist, I was part of a community. Finding this hostel was my first big win. Proof that you don't need much money to feel at home. With just $5 for transport and fun, I had to get creative. The Tehran metro became my best friend, clean, efficient, and incredibly cheap. A rechargeable card cost about $1, and each ride was just cents. The metro wasn't just transport, it was a window into daily life. For places the metro didn't reach, I used shared taxis, Severis, cheap and full of local flavor. Some of my best conversations happened in those taxis, even with my limited Farsi, but mostly I walked, wandering alleys, discovering hidden courtyards and soaking up the city's details. Walking and metro rides let me see so much of Tehran for less than $2. The city opened up, and I felt like a true local. Sometimes the best way to explore is on foot with a metro card in your pocket. Tehran's rhythm was now mine. Food. In Tehran, it's not just a necessity, it's a celebration, a daily adventure that unfolds on every corner. With just $5 a day, I dove headfirst into the city's vibrant street food scene and bustling markets, eager to taste everything I could. Mornings began with the irresistible aroma of fresh sangak bread wafting from a local bakery, warm, chewy, and costing just a few cents. Watching the bakers pull the long, dimpled loaves from the oven was a treat in itself. For lunch, I'd grab a falafel sandwich stuffed with crisp herbs and tangy pickles, the flavors bursting with every bite. Or I'd opt for a steaming bowl of ash reshte, a thick, comforting soup, brimming with noodles, beans, and topped with fried onions and mint. My favorite snack? Grilled corn on the cob, smoky and salty, charred to perfection by street vendors who know exactly how to bring out its sweetness. The bazaars were a feast for the senses, piles of glistening olives, fragrant spices, ruby red pomegranates, and heaps of roasted nuts, all tempting you to sample and snack as you wander. I'd pick up creamy local cheese and juicy tomatoes, then head to a park for a picnic lunch with my sangak bread, savoring the simple, fresh flavors. Eating like a local meant embracing simplicity, meals that were both delicious and incredibly affordable, shared at crowded stalls or on park benches. As the sun set, I'd find a no-frills kebab shop. For just a couple of dollars, I'd get juicy grilled meat, blistered tomatoes and warm flatbread, a meal that felt like a feast. My $15 food budget stretched further than I ever imagined. I truly ate like royalty, sampling a new dish at every turn. Every meal was an adventure, every bite a discovery, and every encounter with a vendor or fellow diner added a new layer to my experience. In Tehran, the best food isn't hidden behind fancy doors. It's right there on the street, where locals gather and flavors come alive. I never went hungry, and every meal connected me to the city's heartbeat, its people and its traditions. If you want to taste the real Tehran, skip the fancy restaurants. Street food is where the city's true flavor lives. Some of Tehran's best experiences are free. Parks like Melat Park are the city's heart, families picnicking, kids flying kites, friends playing backgammon. I'd eat my market lunch on a bench, soaking in the joy around me. The former US Embassy's mural-covered walls offered a free outdoor art gallery and a glimpse of history. Wandering tree-lined neighborhoods, I admired architecture and local life. No ticket required. I wanted to see a palace, so I paid a small fee to enter the Golistan Palace Gardens. The gardens and tile work were stunning. No need to see every room to appreciate the beauty. The Grand Bazaar was a labyrinth of sights, sounds, and smells, a living museum of commerce. I wandered, people watched, and soaked up the atmosphere. You don't have to spend much to experience Tehran's culture. The city's spirit is found in its parks, streets, and bazaars. Sometimes the best memories are free. Tehran's magic is everywhere if you know where to look. The best thing about Tehran, the people. Everywhere I went, strangers greeted me with genuine smiles and "Welcome to Iran." Small acts of kindness, help with directions, shared tea, friendly conversation, made me feel at home. Even with language barriers, I connected through gestures and laughter. Iranian hospitality, or ta'aruf, is about generosity and respect. Shopkeepers offered tea, taxi drivers insisted I not pay, families invited me to share their picnics. My tight budget put me right in the heart of daily life, not behind tourist walls. These connections were the real treasure. Friendships, smiles, and shared moments. I learned that people everywhere are more alike than different. The warmth of Tehran's people was worth more than any palace or meal. That's what I'll remember most. As my trip ended, I reflected on what $50 truly bought me. Hostel, food, metro rides, a palace garden ticket, and a few dollars left over, but the real value was in the experiences. Warm bread in the morning, laughter in the park, the thrill of navigating the metro. On a tight budget, every moment felt richer, every flavor more vivid. The most valuable thing I gained was perspective. You don't need much money for a meaningful adventure. I learned that kindness and curiosity open more doors than cash ever could. My $50 brought me confidence, knowledge, and a deeper understanding of Iran. I left with gratitude for every conversation, every meal, every wrong turn. The memories I made were priceless. Adventure is for everyone, no matter your budget. My $50 Tehran adventure comes to a close, but it feels like just the beginning. I came to see if I could explore on a tiny budget, and I'm leaving with a full heart and unforgettable memories. I hope this story shows you that travel is possible for anyone, no matter your wallet. You don't need to be rich, just curious and open to new experiences. The best moments happen when you step outside your comfort zone. Don't let money stop you. Start small, even in your own city. Sharing these adventures with you is my greatest joy. When we share stories, we make the world smaller and friendlier. Thank you for coming along on this journey. The adventure isn't over. There's so much more to see, taste, and discover. Until next time, be open, be kind, and always save room for dessert. Goodbye for now, my friends. See you on the next adventure.